Dire team back. Radiant team ban.
Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I bring you guys this game in the Join Dota League. Whoa, CulBlu, please, no. The Gigabyte challenge, my bad guys. I've been so used to casting JDL that it's became like second nature. So let me go ahead and make sure my audio's on. For everybody's watching Dota TV, thank you guys for checking out the Dota TV stuff. Also, huge shout out to all the players playing in the game too. But anyway, it's going to be the Gigabyte challenge number 11, so I actually need to amend that. And yeah. I don't know what to say outside of, oh my gosh, I actually had something to cast today. I was very afraid because I think JDL is coming to a close. But anyway, let's not talk about JDL, let's go and talk about what we've seen so far. This is the Gigabyte Challenge number 11, and as far as I understand it, this is the qualifier round. So these guys are just fighting for a spot in the Gigabyte Challenge. We'll see how this game decides to go. I don't know anything about these teams at all. I've been casting, like I said, I've casted a lot of JDL, so I've seen I know a few teams from that. But outside of that, I don't know any of the recent teams, so CulBlu's gonna go ahead and wing it as he always does because CulBlu's so cool that he can do it. Speaking of it, switch. Let me go move my mic closer to myself so you guys can hear the sultry sound of my voice. That's right, guys. That's right, guys. It's not an emergency. Just CulBlu. So full of myself. But move back into the game though. We got London Conspiracy banning out the Brewmaster and the Razor, and we also have HellRaisers actually banning out a Wisp very early on. These games are all best of one series, so don't forget that. And I think the Wisp ban is a very smart ban. The Brewmaster ban and Tyrant ban, those are smart bans as well. The main reason for that is because you don't want to lose just flat out to some nonsense. That said, Death Prophet is still in the pool. I know I said you don't want to lose to some nonsense, but some nonsense can still be had. Some tomfoolery can still be going on in this game. So we'll have to wait and see how these guys decide to pick up their full people. But just keep in mind that Death Prophet is still in the pool. And of course, you still have your super hard carries. You have Scarith Mage, Ogre Magic. They're still in the pool too. I'm trying to think of who else is really popular as far as being able to win games. Those are only two I can think of. Nah, I was gonna say Doombringer, but he's not that big of a factor anymore. Doom is always a meh to me, in my honest opinion. But yeah, we'll just have to see how this decides to go. Cause like I said, there's a Death Prophet still in the pool. I don't know if HellRaisers are thinking about picking up the Death Prophet, but that's almost not necessarily guaranteeing you auto win, but it's almost like auto win. Also, speaking of auto wins, we got ourselves a Slark. He's in the pool as well, and something's on my desk. Is it a bug? What the heck is that? Guys, I totally don't have ADD. Oh, Lycanthrope is in the pool too, so he gets picked up by London Conspiracy Dota 2. So it looks like they're going to be able to have themselves a nice little straightforward game. We'll see how they decide to play this game out because, I mean, they're obviously going to be going for some form of push. If they don't, I'll be some form of concerned because it's kind of obvious. Speaking of things that are kind of obvious though, on this Death Prophet, on this Vengeful Spirit and Jakiro lineup, we could potentially see ourselves a very strong push strat. Lycan is on the side of London Conspiracy, so that's one thing that's kind of stymieing the push a little bit, but still, Gyranger Visage is still in the pool. That's a combination I've seen as of recent, and I really want to see a lot more of it because I think it's a freaking awesome thing to see all the time, because you get to see something new as far as being able to push, but we got Visage getting banned out. Never mind, HellRaisers is not going to let that happen. Gyranger, I don't expect to see her get banned out because Visage was banned out. As a carry, I don't like Gyranger in the sense that she's not too terribly survivable, but with all this said and done, I guess it's not that big of a deal. You can probably survive a few things, and let me go ahead and do this. Yes.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright. CulBlu's casting this game, heck yeah. Alright, so moving over to everything else though, we got Jakiro Vengeful Spirit on the side of HellRaisers. They have some nice amount of push, they also have some decent supports. Vengeful Spirit gives you a whole bunch of utility in the sense that she can drop her stun, she can drop her swap, she can do a whole bunch of things as far as that goes. She has that utility built in, and also she has an extra damage aura, which also might be able to turn to a negative damage aura for London Conspiracy, just to stop the push a little bit. Jakiro Look of Fire, always fun to tear down towers. Valvo, please nerf, is what everybody says, and it's totally what I agree with. I think it's a very powerful ability. I don't think it's broken, but in the sense that if it's an ability draft that's pretty much 100% picked up, it just tells you guys there's something about it, something about Poly. It's like all awesome and stuff, and I don't know where I was going with that, but clearly CulBlu was going into the direction of Jakiro Look of Fire should be able to push towers. Hopefully it'll be enough to help them counter push. And speaking of push, we got Brewmother getting banned out. I've actually seen a recent game of Brewmother where literally all she did was stay in the lane and push and push and push and push, and her team eventually won because they had a push based lineup, and it was very scary to see a Brewmother plus a Lycan on the same team. It was like ridiculously crazy. It was like the game ended stupid fast. It was like 15 minutes or something like that. It was ridiculous. But all ridiculousness aside, let's go and talk about the bans on the side of London Conspiracy, because they ban on Ancient Apparition, they ban on Storm Spirit, two people who I think can cause Lycan issues. I think they're really building a strategy around Lycan, mainly because, well, Lycan's a person that you want to build around, but Storm Spirit is somebody who can actually chase Lycan relatively effectively. And Ancient Apparition, he can probably make Lycan not have as much fun because he can drop the Ice Blast. Yeah, sure, it only lasts for like 7 or 8 seconds without an Ags, but at the very least, Lycan won't be healing up, which is kind of what keeps him survivable in these fights. Speaking of survivable in fights, we got a Death Prophet getting picked up by HellRaisers at the end of the day, so it's going to be a lot of damage going the way of London Conspiracy if they're not careful when these team fights do break out. I'm still extremely concerned about the simple fact that there's an Ogre Magi Lycan and there might be another one. I really do hope we see a Puck on the side of London Conspiracy, but no, instead we see a Nature's Prophet. So we got ourselves a full-on push strat. Like, it's like push on push on push right now. Lycan's push, you have Nature's Prophet's push, you have Jakiro's push, you have Death Prophet's push. We're going to see some push, guys. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some push. We might see ourselves a nice little late game carry, but I will likely see a carry that can actually push or split push. I'm thinking along the lines of Anti-Mage Morphling, somebody who has enough mobility to keep themselves alive without too much babysitting. And speaking of babysitting, I also wanted to point out the simple fact that if Broodmother got picked up on London Conspiracy, I think they would have had one of the easier games. Probably we'll see today, but not necessarily like the easiest in the world. Give me a second.
Reserve time.
Okay, anyway, sorry, I had to plug in my heater because it's like extremely cold in this room because I keep my thermostat at 70 and it's finally starting to get cold here. Jeez. As far as, I don't know, it's weird. We have weird weather where I live. It's like it starts getting cold and then all of a sudden it's like 90 degrees the next day. It's like, what? Isn't it winter? Anyway. So Witch Doctor gets picked up by HellRaisers. This is going to be fantastic versus Lycan and Nature's Prophet. All the familiars, all the treants, they'll all be hit with a nice little casted stun. And Puck actually gets picked up by London Conspiracy, so I actually like this pick. Like I said, I would like to see a Puck on the side of London Conspiracy, mainly because Lycan struggles quite a bit versus Puck, and Puck will give London Conspiracy quite a bit as far as being able to control the team fights. If they can drop a Puck Illusionary Orb, or sorry, drop a Puck Dream Coil on top of something like Witch Doctor, Vengeance Spirit, Death Prophet, Jakiro. Even if Witch Doctor builds an Ags, if Puck somehow decides to build an Ags, or for some reason decides to build an Ags as well, Witch Doctor can't channel his full ulti. Like right now, HellRaiser's damage all really relies on the ultis of Witch Doctor and Death Prophet, and that's a very scary thing to be in because basically if they can't get their ultis off, or they die too soon, then it's like, okay, doesn't matter, no more damage for you. So it's too easy to kill targets. All that said and done though, Dazzle gets banned out by HellRaisers, which is interesting. I did not foresee him getting picked up, but he can push. His negative armor is actually pretty decent. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. I mean, I wouldn't say like get it level 6, but maybe like get it level 11. But all that aside, I like so far what I'm seeing so far from London Conspiracy. It should be a relatively straightforward game. Not necessarily saying it's going to be easy. I'm saying relatively straightforward in the sense that you have Lycan doing the push on one side, Nature's Prophet doing the push on the other side, Puck dominating in the middle. Puck is going to have a high amount of impacts. Death Prophet, as far as her impact, she's more so impactful in the game in the sense that she's kind of threatening your towers, forcing you to stay in your lane and not really giving you room to breathe. Speaking of room to breathe, I forgot to breathe. Alright. And the Weaver actually gets banned out by HellRaisers. So, like I said, Anti-Mage, Morphling, I expect to see those two. Weaver would have been a nice one to pick up into the game as well. I think Weaver can do relatively well versus Lycan. He's really evasive. Of course, Lycan builds a Necro book and he can probably chase down Weaver, but still, doesn't really matter. Weaver should be relatively survivable versus a Lycan, assuming that they are both on equal or higher levels. Speaking of equal or higher levels, Gyroja gets picked up anyway by HellRaisers, which I'm actually extremely concerned about now because I do not foresee them having a good game. And oh man. We got a spin. I'm not sure where that spin's gonna play, but by the looks of it, he's playing support. So we're gonna see ourselves a support spin, guys. We haven't seen that like for ages. But Gyroja getting picked up by the side of HellRaisers, that concerns me a lot because you have the Sprout to worry about from Nature's Prophet, and with the Sprout plus a few right clicks, Gyroja is pretty much dead every single time. I don't foresee Gyroja making it alive. Of course, this is Dota, the game where amazing things can happen and amazing failures can happen as well. But let's just go and assume the best of both teams. Let's just assume that Gyroja is going to do decently. And speaking of doing decently, we got Prophet actually TPing all the way over here. And he's going to be placing nice little Observer Ward. Very offensive Observer Ward. Well, defensive relative to the lane. So he can actually go for some solo stuff down bottom. And we're going to match already rotating in as well. So anyway, let's go and do introduction before people start dying. Starting off on the side of the Radiant. On this Jakiro, we see ourselves Gorek. Or sorry, HellRaisers. We see Gorek playing that Jakiro. Munotil's Witch Doctor, we see ourselves Goddamn playing that Witch Doctor. Munotil's Drow Ranger, we see ourselves Artis playing that Drow. And on this Vengeful Spirit, we see ourselves Dread playing that VS. And the last one is on this Death Prophet, we see ourselves Afanigine. Oh crap, I can't pronounce things. Hold on, it starts with an A. It starts with a vowel, it's hard. Afanigine. Afanigine. I should call him that. Anyway, down bottom we got Vengeful might be a little bit of trouble. Sadly, Sven doesn't see her. If Sven would have saw that Vengeful Spirit, she would have been more than dead. She would have been like, you know, crying for help. Speaking of crying for help, we got Witch Doctor actually might be a little bit of trouble too. Just gonna run around the corner. Sven eating through trees. These guys are just basically like trying to be ballers right now. Nature's probably gonna go and cancel out TPs, trying to not get himself in a bad position. And a very aggressive stance on both sides. Oh, on the side of LC really. HR, they do have the defensive advantage technically, but really nobody has TP scrolls yet. Anyway, speaking of having TP scrolls, we got Jakiro. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage, double damage puck. It hits really hard because it's double damage. Level 1 double damage is always really good, especially if you have yourself a relatively fast moving hero. Anyway, speaking of people moving relatively fast, we got Dread in a little bit trouble, not moving at all. Gonna get hit with the stun. Nature's probably gonna get TP, and that's casting from a Witch Doctor. Might be able to keep Dread alive, but no, the creep's body blocking Dread. Gonna be able to make out just barely. Prophet TPing around the corner. He TP's near the tower, trying to go for the right click. He officially regrets his decision. It looks like Prophet will begin first blooded. First blood going towards Artis. And talk about a turn of events.
And a point well taken.
Yes, a point well taken indeed. Jarons are going to be able to claim that first kill, and yeah, I guess you could say Nature's Prophet was just, you know, barking up the wrong tree. Anyway, moving on. Continuing introduction, starting from the side of, or continuing on the LC side, we see Relax on that puck. Moving to the Sven, who's playing I'm assuming he's playing support, but he actually has a stout show, so I think he's going to be playing carry. Interesting. We see ourselves Madra playing that Sven, moving to his Ogre Magi, or Ogre Maju, however you want to I'll call him. We see ourselves Shanks. Oh my gosh, Shanks! I remember Shanks! We see ourselves Shanks 2224, or 224, 224, jeez. And moving to his Nature's Prophet, we see ourselves Sessa Spartan playing that Nature's Prophet. And the last one is on this Lycanthrope. Whoops, let me do that. We see ourselves Kaiser, playing that Lycan. And it's a calls on the map, so first of all, let me go ahead and fanboy out with the simple fact that I remember Shanks. I think he added me on Steam, and it was really cool. Anyway, speaking of adding me on Steam, nice little sounds coming from Jarvan. She's still gonna be going down though. A lot of damage going her way. She's actually gonna be burned to death. Actually, no, she dies so right click for Nature's Prophet. Prophet TP down bottom, or he showed up down bottom just to help get the kill. And is this a support Prophet? This is a really interesting lineup coming from LC. Like a lineup you wouldn't expect. I was expecting Sven to be playing as a support. Then because he has a supportive nature. Prophet, I guess he's roaming around technically. He's not really playing carry or anything. He's gonna go and do some cliff jumping. Nope. He's gonna TP now towards the bottom. He's gonna go for killing himself with Dread. Dread just might be dead. Looks like Witch Doctor gonna be able to keep him alive for just like 2 clicks, and that's really about it. And now got him a little bit of trouble. Nice sprout coming from Prophet, able to get the vision. Sadly, he missed the sprout though. Now Ogre Magi are going to continue to run away. Haste Rune is up on him. Speaking of Haste Rune, we got Artis on that Gyranger, has herself a silence. If she had one more level, she could have Frost Arrows, and that would have been a dead Prophet. But sadly, she did go for silence plus the damage coming out from her Precision Aura. And I see the idea now. I see what HR are trying to do. Everybody on the side of HR's range, so Gyranger can just give everybody free damage. So it's going to be really nice when the team fights do start to break out, when all the ganks start to happen. But with all this said and done, I do still fear for the lineup because, I mean, like I said, there's Gyranger. I mean, the simple fact that she's probably still going to go Mask of Madness and all of this craziness of damage and killing kind of concerns me. Of course, we don't know if Gyranger is going to be going for Mask of Madness, but if Gyranger does go for anything, I would prefer not to see her go for Mask of Madness because I don't know if Mask of Madness is actually going to be all that great. Nice little defensive silence. It costs 90 mana, and Gyranger doesn't really need mana, to be completely honest with you, especially once she has her Ring of Aquila as well. She should have the mana regeneration necessary, or at least if she throws out a silence every time it's off cooldown, she shouldn't be completely out of mana to drop a few Frost Arrows. Probably 3 or 4 Frost Arrows will probably help him get the kill anyway. But once Gyranger does hit level 6, though, everybody around the map will be able to do a whole bunch of extra damage. Already, Death Prophet's damage is increased by a whole entire 6. That's basically a Basilius. I mean, can't complain. Jakiro, same thing, increased by 6. Everybody increased by 6. Gyranger, is she increased by 6 too? I don't know, does Gyranger? Wow, Gyranger benefits from her own aura? What? This is stupid. Anyway, all that's said and done though. Hold on. Yeah, all that's said and done though, Gyranger should be relatively cautious. I would argue that this might be one of those games where you need a Shadow Blade on Drow. I know a lot of people say, oh, pub star builds, you don't know, blah blah blah. But really, to be completely honest with you guys, I think Shadow Blade on Drow in this specific game will actually be relatively good. She'll be able to jump out of those bad positions. She might get silenced by pucks, so she won't be able to actually do her silence or drop her silence, and Puck actually might get a Dream Coil on top of her spin, might get a stun. All kind of bad things can happen, and yes, sure, a Desolate Appearance can counter it completely, but at the very least, Gigabyte can at least make herself a little bit more of a threat because she does have herself a whole entire Shadow Blade. Of course, she does have to build up to it, and I think Prophet, he's probably, I'm judging by the way Prophet has been playing, or Spartan's been playing as Prophet so far. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be carrying some Desolate Appearance, just TPing in, drops dust, and kills people. Speaking of killing people, we got the bottom lane getting pulled. Sven and Ogre Magi being bullies. Just gonna go ahead and get as much farm as they want. Sven already 2 points inside of his stun. Sadly, not going for the cheaper build of, or the better, in my opinion, better build of going for Stormhammer stats. He decided to go for 2 points inside of his Warcry, which I'm assuming he put a secondary point inside accidentally, maybe for a shorter cooldown. Speaking of shorter cooldown, we got him in a little bit of trouble. Actually getting healed up. Nice stun, nice casting coming up from him. And now Vince Spirit shows up around the corner. Master Missile going to come through. Midra has a Stormhammer available, not going to be able to get into range. Artis is going to be able to kite these guys just enough to keep Witch Doctor alive. And him needs to be a little bit careful. Doesn't have any more HP. Speaking of any more HP, we got Jakiro up top trying to chase a Puck, and Puck actually just juking the crap out of him. She might be going down here very soon though. Liquid Fire is going to be off cooldown here in 3 seconds. Puck bottle is up. Jakiro dual breath comes through. Here comes a Liquid Fire, and now Puck is going to be slowed in the right clicks. I think Puck should be able to get the kill though. It looks like Orb is going to be available. It's going to hit on top of Jakiro, and she's going to go for it, and it looks like it's going to be easy kill for her. Jakiro going the wrong direction. Actually, no, healing salve. Not enough. Jakiro dies. Meanwhile, down bottom, we got Dread in a little bit of trouble. He's in above his head. Spin stun is all he really needs. Sadly, no mana for it. Oh my god, these guys will be able to survive, and they do get the kill on top of Spin. A huge kill for these guys to get. A very sad Spin as well. If he had a Stormhammer, he might have gotten himself a double kill. Witch Doctor and Vengeance Spirit respectively, but sadly, he ran out of mana. Like I said, guys, he should have went for Stats and Stormhammer. I'm just going to throw it out there. Stats and Stormhammer is kind of the same concept as Wraith King. Wraith King's stats in Wraith Fire Blast. The main reason for it is because, I mean, putting more points inside of your stun, I mean, your stun's already crazily expensive. 140 mana is really expensive for someone like Finn who doesn't have a slow ring, or not playing a supportive role, or doesn't have a drum of endurance or anything like that. But hold on, before we talk about that, we got Jakiro up top. He's in a lot of trouble. He gets sprouted up, and he actually might be able to survive Puck. Oh, nope. Yes, I was going to say, Puck actually a little bit low. These guys might be able to turn on him, but sadly, Jakiro does go down. Witch Doctor shows up. His TP took a little bit too long, and he does not heal his ally enough. He already has 2 points inside of that heal, too. It's at 12 mana per second. It's healing for... What? Oh, yeah, healing for 24 per second. And see, I don't know if that's 24 per second or it's like 24 over a course of time. Anyway, speaking of over a course of time, we got Death Prophet hanging out near a Puck. Puck actually might be in a little trouble. Here comes a Cryptic Sword. Nice timing on top of that. She does just barely get away. But Death Prophet able to zone Puck out from that bottle, so it's going to be a free bottle for her. Meanwhile, down bottom, Ogre Magi able to get the kill on top of that Gyranger.
Is not safe.
The kill showing us that basically Stormhammer into Ignite, into Fire Blast follow up. A lot of rush damage coming from these guys. Just basically, as long as Finn has a mana for Stormhammer, these guys should be able to get a kill every single time. Gyranger not the one to have the escape, and with Death Prophet not having, Vengeance Spirit not having her swap, she's not going to be able to do much as far as keeping her alive. Well, she might be able to throw a stun. But really, it's going to be an extremely uphill battle for Gyranger. Of course, once Gyranger does go online, it's going to be really scary, because her damage output is going to be really high. She's going to be able to just kite the crap, living crap, not just the crap, but the living crap, out of people like Sven and Ogre Magi. She does need to get herself a BKB, though. I think BKB is going to be an absolute necessity. I would not be surprised if we saw Gyranger go for that really early on. Moving back onto mid, we got Lycan popping the ulti just to push the lane. He has himself a whole entire Basilius coming up, so he hasn't been doing too terribly hot this mid lane. Meanwhile, we got Prophet actually pinging on top of the Rune. Death Prophet going for a chase, and actually she might be regretting her decision. No ulti available. Howl comes out from Lycan. The damage is coming through as well. Prophet bottle is going to keep him alive just a little bit longer, but he does officially go down. Lycan sadly running out of his ulti, and Death Prophet moving a little bit too fast. She's going to be running away. Ogre Magi looking for a stun, not going to be able to find it. Speaking of stuns, I got Spin getting slowed up around the backside. He gets stunned up. Magi will be the casualty in this whole entire war. Nice stun coming from him. He actually catches 2. Vince Spirit going to go for the chase, and Dread has no fear right now. Waver Terror should be up here in a few seconds. Actually, no, it's not going to be up here in time. That's the Zervoid getting drawn around the corner. Now Vince Spirit's a fish on the back foot. Gets sprouted up, eats a tree, walks away. She's a vegetarian. Let's do this. Prophet going to go for the body block, so Wish I could show up with the heal. This is a very aggressive position right there. Right here. We got Prophet and Spin able to help them trap the Death Prophet. Actually, Death Prophet might be able to get a kill on top of Spin. Spin going to be able to move far enough, though. He doesn't move far enough. Does die to the Magic Missile. Meanwhile, backside, we got Death Prophet still alive. Dread just like being... Dread just being the bar like, yeah, I dare you to sprout me one more time, bro. And Death Prophet's still alive. Meanwhile, Ogre Magi, he falls as well. Death Prophet shows up down bottom. Vengeful Spirit, she shows up. Waver Terror into Prophet, Nature's Prophet. Jeez, all these prophets. And Dread finally does go down. The Wolves should be able to get the kill. And that's it. And Lycan gets himself a nice little vintage zone for his troubles. Speaking of things for your troubles, we got Afani, Afante, Afuni, Afinarino. We got Death Prophet with the ulti coming through. It should be healing her up here in a few seconds. Actually, Sven coming forward with stun. He's healing up his mana. He wants to go for it. One more Stormhammer might be able to kill Death Prophet. So Death Prophet will be able to heal just in time now. So Death Prophet gonna go ahead and run around the corner. Team fight showing us that Jakiro actually died up top. Nice little gank coming from these guys. The Sprout plus everything else. They used a Dream Coin for that too. So I'm a little bit concerned about the frivolousness of Puck dropping that ulti. It's concerning me slightly, just slightly. Meanwhile, mid we got Lycan and Witch Doctor having a nice little farm chat. Ogre Magic gonna walk up to the high ground, just break up the conversation. And Lycan ulti is available, so they can actually go for a dive on top of Witch Doctor if they really want to. Looks like they are going to go for the Wolves, trying to scout out, but sadly the creeps do body block, so good job, creeps. Meanwhile, down bottom, we got the tower getting pushed in a little bit. Vengeance Spirit 1 point inside of her Vengeance Aura. I heard Nature Prophet TP, but I think he just cancelled it. RT's on that Vengeance, or on that Death Prophet, basically giving everybody just some free damage. That's the whole entire 16 extra damage going away. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor still defending mid. I'm surprised these guys haven't dove on him. That would have been an easy kill for them to go for. Vladimir's offering fully finished up by Lycanthrope. 50 last hits going towards Death Prophet. And we also see ourselves the Drone of Endurance finish up on Death Prophet. Speaking of items, we see ourselves a Blink Dagger on top of Puck. So that's actually a huge item for Puck to have. Impact equals getting created here very soon. Meanwhile, Spin working on power charge. He has been struggling a little bit, I guess. He was playing a Suicide lane. He did get himself 2 assists. But sadly, those are trumped completely by getting those 2 deaths to his name. But power charge should be fully finished up. He's going to Magic one as well. Meanwhile, Gyranger has nothing but a ring with Aquila, going for that double Wraithbane build because it's a legit strat. Why not? Just wants more damage to help everybody else out. And in this game, I kind of see Gyranger as kind of like a support, like to say the least. She's kind of there for utility for now. And speaking of utility, we got Jakiro in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be Sacrificial Lamb. Lycan and crew are going to go for the Death Prophet though. Death Prophet might be able to make it alive. Prophet going to go and TP around the corner. Death Prophet will she be able to survive? She has no tangos, no nothing of the sort. And she actually might be going down. She will be dying here in a few seconds. Jumping for endurance does get popped. Bottle Charge is going to get used here as well. And Death Prophet shows up around the corner. Nope, doesn't do anything but just dies. Actually, Lycan trapped himself by the Wolves. Can't mark himself out of this corner. And TP does get cancelled. Meanwhile, Jakiro actually still alive. Puck dies to Jakiro. Wow. Okay, I thought Jakiro was pretty much dead, but it looks like nope, Puck able to get the kill. They're pinging the crap out of him though. They want to go for the kill, go wreck. Will they go for the save is a big question. Rotation from the supports can come through, but it looks like they will not go through. Instead, they're going to go and focus on their objectives, because objective gaming, boys, is what they're doing right now. Meanwhile, speaking of objectives, we got Ogre Magic with the stun. Jakiro does officially go down. The pings do come on the map. They're going to go for the kill until Midra. Midra actually might be able to get the kill. Nice casting from Witch Doctor. Sadly, only bounces on 1. Vengeance Spirit will be the sacrificial lamb right here. She can't swap somebody in if she needs to. Death Prophet ulti going to come through as well. Here comes the damage. Here comes the deeps as well as. Oh man, no. It's not that much damage, but still damage nonetheless. Lycan taking a crap ton of damage, speaking of which, and he does go down. Meanwhile, we got Puck blinking in, nice little silence. She actually misses the orb, and Vengeance Spirit don't be able to survive. Meanwhile, Death Prophet taking quite a bit of damage. She actually might be going down. Sprout from Prophet, not available. Death Prophet gives herself 1 kill. If the ghosts were coming back, it would be perfect, but sadly, she does die to the right click from Prophet. Meanwhile, speaking of Prophet, we got Relax around the corner, about to lose his life for Prophet. Witch Doctor wants to go for the kill, but no, the blink comes through. Vengeance Spirit is still alive, juking like a baller right now. Puck is going to continue to be on the run. She's going to wait on the high ground. Eternal John is available. Looks like, nope, silence comes through instead. Here comes the casket. Here's an Ice Path. Here comes Vengeance Spirit. Pick up the kill anyway. Dread just show you guys how to play support Vengeance Spirit. Very impressive play so far. I can't say I'm floored by Vengeance Spirit's play, but I can say that it's definitely an inspiration as far as how bad I play things, relative to how bad I play VS. Anyway, speaking of things that are relative to how bad I play VS, that person who's there, Gyranger, gonna be able to TP out of there alive. Nice silence coming up from her. Gyranger's silence is really good. It gives you a whole entire, what was that, 3 second? 3 second silence? What took Ogre Magic so long to stun? Wait, give me a second, hold on. Okay, knockback duration is 0.6 seconds, so I don't know if the silence happens after you get knocked back or while you're knocked back. I feel like it happens after you get knocked back, because if that's the case, that's 4 seconds. Roughly 4 seconds for Gyranger. I mean, given the cast time of Ogre Magic, it's probably just about 4 seconds. Speaking of just about 4 seconds, the Death Prophet going to be forced back, and here comes everybody showing up for the Dire Squad around the backside. Afante, he's going to be getting killed. He gets murdered in the face. Nice ice path from Jakiro. I like him walked into it because he said, I like what you do. I like what you did there, bro. And now we got Gorak getting wrecked. He goes down, and now Gyranger's trying to do her damage. She's getting close to everybody, getting a little bit up close and personal. Does officially fall down. Speaking of falling down, where's Witch Doctor right now? Vengeance Spirit, actually no, she's the one around the corner. Puck and crew blinking through the corner, trying to find somebody, and they're just gonna go and stand there. But a Wish Doctor ult would have been fantastic in that fight. That's the only thing I'm looking for. And speaking of things I'm looking for, we got Dread. Oh my gosh, Dread gonna go ahead and TP out. Puck has a silence available, but sadly no stun. And nice intelligent play coming out from Vince Spirit. You don't want to give up too much. You know when you're defeated, just go ahead and just tap out and walk away. That Prophet ulti up here in 14 seconds. If this were before the patch, her ulti would be up now, and that would have been a disgusting fight for them to go for. But the goal graph is showing us that it's in favor of LC. Or London Conspiracy now by quite a bit. Is basically what if we balance out the towers, which is something I always like to do. There's a 2-tower advantage in favor of HellRaisers, and given the fact that they're behind in the goal graph means that LC are actually doing relatively well. They do have the Sven who can actually go late, so I do like the fact that they have the Sven. This is a nice person to go late, but with all this, and they also have the Prophet who can go late as well. But versus the Death Prophet versus the Challenger, I'm a little bit. I can't say I can say, oh my gosh, these guys absolutely had the late game. It's really hard. It's almost always hard to say that in a Dota match. But the main thing to get at is that Jarondre, assuming that she doesn't get just flat out killed, she should be relatively fine as far as being able to contest all these guys in the late game. I'm just a little bit concerned as far as what Puck will do, because Puck is definitely going to be an X factor. I really hope she gets an Aghanim Scepter because I think it's going to be necessary versus a Wish Doctor. If you let Wish Doctor get a full entire channeling off of his ulti, that's going to be a lot of extra damage coming from HR. A lot of extra damage that they wouldn't have otherwise. But the main thing is that the damage output coming from HR is going to be equal to, if not greater than, damage output coming from LC. Still, you have to consider Sven crits and also his God Strength, and if Sven gets an Aghanim Scepter, everybody does more damage. That'll be a cool thing to see, but I seriously doubt we'll see it. Prophet, I don't think we'll see Prophet actually build into, like, the super hard Desolator carry. He will eventually, but still, I expect to see him go for a Necrobook and just start pushing towers, because that's what their strategy is kind of built around right now. Meanwhile, Sven's still there, working on looks to be, I would say BKB. That's just me though. Could be an Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter on Sven. I mean, fast Ags, why not? When you get Aghanim Scepter, for anybody who doesn't know, it basically gives your allies in the aura extra damage. And is it Scepter ally or radius? See, that I'm confused about. I don't know if it's an aura that's following Sven. I mean, it makes sense because the aura follows Sven, or if it affects them at the time. It's probably aura that's it's probably an aura that follows Sven. Which, if that's the case, then basically Lycan would be hitting like a super truck. Like, if you thought Raid Boss Lycan was one thing, how about Raid Boss Lycan with God Strength? Oh my god. Sadly, they don't get as much as Sven does. Sven gets a whole entire 200% at max level, but at least they'll get 80%. An 80% increase in damage for Lycan is basically doubling his damage effectively, not including Feral Impulse, of course, because Feral Impulse, oh, actually no, 10% more. 110% increase in his actual damage that we see listed here because of Feral Impulse. Actually, I think Feral Impulse is already added in, so it's not going to add itself. It's based off his base damage then. Thing to consider. Also, I'm not sure if God Strength actually bases it off of Sven's total damage or his base damage. I feel like it bases it off his total damage, because otherwise it wouldn't be as cool. But maybe something I need to look into. Anyway, looking at the items on the map though, we see Puck, like I said, Blink Dagger, that's the biggest thing. Lycan working on Necrobook, he almost has it finished up. Prophet, I'm not sure where he's going with his build, but he does have quite a bit of gold saved up, so possibly a Sheepstick, possibly a Rod of Atos, possibly anything. Moving on to the side of HR or HellRaisers, we see ourselves Jakiro working on his Tornado Stick, so he'll have that up here very soon. John has her Power Chest working on what looks to be a Yasha, so she's going to be going for straight up Manta style, which would be fantastic versus all the silence nonsense. And also she can dodge a stun with it as well, she times it perfectly. We have Earn the Shadows up on Vision Spirit, so nice reasonable HP for support, and also a nice item for her to keep everybody alive. Speaking of keeping people alive, we got a Jarondre all by herself. We need to see TPs down bottom. Looks like no, we're not going to see him. Yes, Prophet. Oh, no, wrong team. Jarondre's going to go and immediately try to TP out. Ogre Magic come with the stun. He does drop it just in time. It looks like Artis is going to be going down. Jarondre almost able to make it out of that one alive. Meanwhile, Puck up top putting on her best Lycan impression. Gonna go ahead and just split push. Speaking of split push, we got the tower going down. Nice wolves Lycan. They do deny that tower. TPs do come on top though. Puck actually doing a little bit of work. Sadly, no Treant Protector in this game, so nobody's gonna be able to defend that. Speaking of defend that, we got Sven and Nature's Prophet down bottom, just having a ball. Look at these guys, just being all over the place, just pushing every tower at the same exact time. You get one tower, okay, we'll take all your other ones. So pretty much all the outer towers gone for HR. Of course, there's still a top tower, but that tower is relatively low. And speaking of relatively low, we got a TP coming in from Jakiro. Jakiro gonna get hit with the Dream Coil as well. And it looks like Jakiro will be going down. He drops to drops to Ice Pad. And he gets healed up by Witch Doctor, breaks the tether as well. Witch Doctor also coming through. Oh my gosh, will he be able to survive? Yes, Gorek does survive. Looks like Nature's Prophet can't do anything. Looks like Puck will be going down too. Vengeance Spirit does get himself a kill. Meanwhile, Jakiro actually takes quite a bit of damage. He gets healed up with Earth Shower. Still alive somehow. We got Spartan actually getting scouted out, and we got the stun from Vengeance Spirit available if she needs it. She can actually swap to kill the trees if she needs to. Looks like, nope, they don't need to do anything. Nice rotation from the supports. Holy crap, Jakiro able to survive. To show you guys how valuable it is to have yourselves a nice little Tranquil Boots. It gives you 4 bonus armor. That's the difference between Jakiro surviving and dying in that fight. Let's go and take a look at the damage. I also want to see what did the most damage. Death Prophet got a kill? Oh yeah, Death Prophet showed up. Right, I'm bad. I didn't realize she was there. Yeah, Witch Doctor ult pretty much did most of that work. Like, that was a fantastic ult. And nobody had anything to stop it. Like, Puck didn't have her silence available. She used it on top of Jakiro for the nuke. And Prophet, he doesn't have a stun, so I mean... But like I said, guys, Witch Doctor has that extra source of damage. That's going to be an unnecessary source of damage that else you don't have to face. Like, all they have to do is just make sure to drop the stuns and silences at the right time. Speaking of stuns and silences at the right time, we got Death Prophet going invisible. Sadly, no mana for ulti. But if she did, she would have been having a little bit more fun. Meanwhile, speaking of having more fun, she has 2 bottle charges left. Her ulti is available if she needs to get it up. And speaking of getting up, we got Witch Doctor Cassie going to be able to get the kill on top of the tower. Goes for the deny. Let's see Blink 4 from Puck. Puck coming through. And looks like they're paying it. They want to go for it. Oh, the Dream Coil catches everyone. Witch Doctor ulti's back up as well. He can go for it if he needs to. He's going to go ahead and immediately go for it, just doing all the damage in the world. Lycan taking quite a bit. Silence comes on top of Witch Doctor. Nice swap from Vengeance Spirit. Stuff happening everywhere. Artie's is going to be the first one to go down, but looks like Puck going to be able to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, we got Mitra. Oh no, Spin. He's going to be going on. Not what you want to have happen. Lycan, he might be going out to the casket. I don't know if he got any bounces, but looks like yes, he does go to the go down to the casket. Death Prophet moves super fast. Actually, oh, the Puck blinking around the corner. She might be able to get the kill on top of this Prophet. Looks like Death Prophet moves as fast as she possibly can. She is going to be nope. She actually survives. Jump charge is going to be coming up here in a few seconds. She's going to continue to run. Looks like the Wolves are going to be able to get that last hit. Speaking of last hits, we got Jakiro and crew going to be cleaning up things on the backside. Support Witch Doctor, support Jakiro, having a lot of fun. Nature's Prophet might be the last kill here. Looks like nope, Jakiro actually might be getting picked off. He's gonna go for it. 28 seconds off of Puck. Gonna be dropping the Ice Path as well. Here comes the Liquid Fire. Here comes the damage. Here comes Witch Doctor as well. They're gonna go for something. Witch Doctor has a casket available with a wand. Pop. Actually, no, he doesn't. And now it looks like we got Prophet gonna be able to survive. Jakiro, dual breath comes through. Oh my gosh, will it be enough? Will it be enough? No, it's not enough. Such scary fights. These guys are like super surprisingly scary. Like I don't appreciate the heart rate that they're doing. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I've been diagnosed with like pre-hypertension, so this is not good for my heart. My blood sugar level, blood pressure. There you go. That's what it's called. Not that it's relevant or anything, but you know, sometimes Dota becomes too real. It's like so real. I can't believe it. Like, situation just got real as crap. Anyway, speaking of situations getting real, we got Sven and crew gonna go ahead and beat up Roshan. I don't know why they didn't do this earlier, but it should help them out a lot in these team fights. If Lycan does get it, I think it will be cool. I think Sven will be somebody who would be better to get it, but then again, Sven wants to kind of pop his ult, do his damage, and then die. He doesn't really care. Lycan, he needs to do the same thing, but still, Lycan can at least be evasive. Also, we don't have any inventory slots. There we go. Qualifiers just dropped. Meanwhile, we got somebody getting caught out. That's going to be a wild Death Prophet. Oh my gosh, a huge death for her. No tornado for you. She does go down. Chain stuns galore. Alright, and the fight just showing us that basically Death Prophet just had no chance. She just pretty much died all flat out. So Spin has a Blink Dagger available. That's one of the new developments in this whole entire game. Tornado Stick on Death Prophet, Tornado Sticks on Jakiro. Yasha is up on HellRaisers, so she's contributing more damage to her allies. She's getting a whole entire 34 damage when she's not, you know, near somebody. But you have the mobility on the side of LC is actually a lot scarier than I think what the damage output of HR is. The simple fact that Witch Doctor probably isn't that close to a BKB, he's actually working on Agnosceptor instead. The simple fact that he doesn't have a BKB means that I think the damage output from HR is questionable at best. It's kind of like relying on Phantom Assassin's crit to win you every single team fight right now, because basically if they don't actually get the full duration of that ulti out, they're not gonna do anything. Damage wise, they're not gonna do anything. And we got the Lycan Wolves, HellRaiser. Jeez, why can't I call Vengeful Spirit everything except for Vengeful Spirit? Vengeful Spirit gonna go ahead and walk around the corner, and she walks back. Moving over to the other graphs because I know you guys want to see the numbers. The network shows that Lycan and Death Rob are actually contesting each other, going toe to toe. Having Lycan this far ahead of Gyrogen though, it's going to be a good state of the game so far for LC. I'm assuming Lycan might eventually build himself a Heaven's Halberd. Eventually, and Gyrogen, she might be forced to build herself MKD, but she probably wants one of those anyway. Speaking of one of those anyway, we got Gyrogen might be getting chased by Puck, and Puck gonna go ahead and back away. So, oh my gosh, Gorek might be going down here. I don't know how well his outlook is looking, but we got Ogre Magic walk around the backside, and they're gonna go around the corner. The Wolves do scout out the Death Prophet. Death Prophet getting body blocked. I don't know if she knows it, but she might be going down. Prophet shows up. Here comes the Sprout. Death Prophet in a lot of trouble. No silence in time, and she does go down. These guys once again getting the pick off on top of Death Prophet. This guy should have learned the first time, and now we got Gorek. Forced to stand in the corner, gonna go and TP up to his top tower. Bottom tower is officially vulnerable. Puck with a Haitian, she's available to do things like, you know, kill stuff. Because that's how it works. Taking a look at the current gold. Prophet saving up for something pretty as far as what he's saving up for. He built the mechanism, so that's good. He can actually TP in the mech, so that's gonna be good. Force staff is up on him, so utilitarian Nature's Prophet, which is something that you don't see quite often, or actually you don't see it at all really. Meanwhile, bottom tower is gonna be going down. Each is still available on Lycan. These guys are circling the map on the side of HellRaisers, so they're saying, hey, they're all over here. So it's gonna be sure. And these guys are trading bottles. Really weird. Really weird bottle trade. Drop the bottle, pick up bottle. Alright, got him. Is he stacking? No. Looks like he's not. He's just walking around. TP coming on top for Nature's Prophet. We got Gorek. He's gonna get surrounded by treants. He can TP out here. He's fine. He has a day. Oh no, he has a day gun. Prophet has a day gun. So that's all. I also some of the day gun. And Jakiro drops his ulti. He's gonna go ahead and run away. He's trying to get himself a 3 kill on top of these treants. It's gonna be a lot of gold going his way. It's like 15 extra gold. Just look at the gold tick away. And Jakiro does TP out. Meanwhile, we got Sentry getting placed inside of the Ancient stack, so that way there will be no more nonsense as far as Gyrogen getting that free farm inside those Ancients. She is working on her main style, like I said. Once she does get her damage online, she gets her damage online. It is very scary. With all that said and done, with the gold graph in favor of LC by so much, this is what, a 5k advantage, mainly because of Roshan plus towers and a few hero kills. Like the tower gold right now, if we balance out the tower goals, and that is assuming that both sides have the even amount of towers, basically it's a 4,000 gold advantage. Actually, no, 3,000 now. 3k gold advantage in favor of LC. That's going to be a decent comfort zone for them at this point in the game. Of course, we don't expect to see Gyrogen to be too terribly involved, but she has been a lot more involved than I think she should have been in those early stages of the game. With all said and done, if she wasn't there, I think the silences have been basically wrecking LC quite a bit. Speaking of silences, we got Ogre Magic getting silenced up, and bro, guess what? You're dead. Ogre Magic does go down. And the wolves die as well. You know, Death Prophet ulti still available. Not a lot of HP going her way, but she's working on probably working on I hope she's working on hard. So she's yep, she's working on hard to harass, and Prophet gets tornadoed up. He might be getting surrounded. Yes, he will be getting surrounded. Nowhere for him to go. He does go down. 4 staff available, but sadly not going to be able to use it because he's dead. Meanwhile, Puck down bottom, just trying to push some creep waves a little bit. Just give ourselves a nice little R&R, or creeps and relaxation, rest and murder. Close enough. Medallion of Courage is up on Villain Spirit. I didn't realize you had that. But Medallion is up on Villain Spirit, which means that HR kind of position themselves to actually go for Roche or contest Roche if they do win a Roche fight. If I had to consider teamfight potential, and specifically in the Roche pit, teamfight potential in a Roche pit, I think LC had the advantage, mainly because Sven's AoE stun and Puck's AoE ult. That's really about it. Outside of that, I mean, you had Jakiro's Ice Path, you had Jakiro's Macro Pyre, which I've seen one time. I think it was it was Earthshaker. But I seen one time where basically it was Jakiro. Where basically Jakiro just tossed his Ice Path and also tossed his Look of Fire all up in the Roche pit, and people try to run through to, like, you know, go for it, like try to run out. It's like, oh no, we're low, let's run away, and they all just died. And then what made it worse is like a Chronosphere came through just to lock everybody in. It's pretty cool. But choke point fights, the advantage should go towards HR, or sorry, the advantage should go towards LC initially, and as the fight goes on, like the longer the fight lasts, of course the fight should go the way of HR because they do have to deal with their damage out over time. Jakiro's Macro Pyre doesn't do all its damage at once, while the Witch Doctor ulti doesn't do all its damage at once. Death Prophet, same concept, doesn't do all her damage at once. So LC on their side, they had the advantage in the sense that they can just basically nuke people down pretty darn fast. Speaking of nuke people down pretty darn fast, we got Gyrogen. Oh, beautiful dodge coming up with that main stuff, but she does get hit with the follow-up stuns. The damage is real right now. Nice little silence coming up from Death Prophet, and here comes the damage coming from ulti as well, coming from Death Prophet ulti as well. We got Sven in a little bit of trouble. He's getting surrounded right now. He's going to take quite a bit of damage here very soon. The armor not going to be enough. Gyrogen, beautiful silence, stops Ogre Magic from doing anything. He looks like he will be going down. Meanwhile, we got another team fight happening around this side. We got people dying on this side too. Double kill going the way of Death Prophet. We also have Jakiro and Villain Spirit going to be going down as well. So they got separated. So 3 people left on both sides. I think if the fight breaks out again, no, Puck used ulti, never mind. I was about to say, if the fight breaks out again, I think HR are going to be on the back foot because Puck ulti's up, but sadly it's not. But a Vengeful Spirit and a Jakiro for a Sven and an Ogre Magi, definitely worth it. The more you can keep Sven down, the better off you are. Like, he's working on a BKB right now. The second that he has a BKB, oh, speaking of the second he has things up, we got Jarn's a little bit trouble. Here comes Puck as well. Artis gonna be going down to that Dagon, and here goes Witchdog getting tornadoed up, and he might be next. Prophet has a Sprout available right now. Nope, backs away. He's second cooldown, wow. I didn't realize Sprout had an 8-second cooldown. So yeah, that's it.
Roots and run. Regeneration.
The roots and run is what the man says. We're Sector, working on an Aghanim Scepter. Continuing to build that thing. It's going to give him so much more damage, especially when the bounces do start coming out. That's going to be gross if he gets a full channel. But HR are keeping up with the levels. They're also keeping up. Well, they're minimizing losses. They're not necessarily keeping up with the goal graph. I mean, they've lost quite a bit. Let's go ahead and give credit where credit's due. LC have been doing a decent job of pushing towers, but the simple fact that all the towers aren't down yet, like all the outer towers inside of HR or HellRaisers isn't all the way down yet, just basically tells me that LC are kind of in trouble. Lycan, he has a really good ability. You know, let's call it his ult and everything else he does. A really good ability to just basically rip down towers. Between the 10-minute mark and 25-minute mark, you would expect in an idealistic game all the outer towers to be gone from the enemy team that Lycan's facing up against. So with all that said and done, Lycan should be theoretically going for more towers, or there should be no towers left. Anyway, before we talk about that, we got Ogre Magic getting tornadoed up. He's gonna be going out. Easy kills easy. This is nowhere to go. Like the poor thing can't even right click a Death Prophet. Speaking of which, Shiva's going fully finished up, some more armor going for Death Prophet, and also having that damage so good with the Jakiro's Blicker Fire too. I don't know if it shouldn't affect towers. Does it affect towers? If Shiva's Grows affects towers, I'll be very upset. Looks like it doesn't. Looks like Death Prophet ulti's going to come through. Jarons are going to go ahead and pop that main style. The fight will be happening here very soon. Puck going to be the first one to run into it, but looks like Dread might run into Puck if she actually cuts around to the side. Looks like she will do that. Meanwhile, TPs are coming down bottom. The rotations need to be coming in from HR here very soon. We got LC going to be knocking on the front door of these guys. Looks like Puck coming for $1 million Dream Coil. Will she be able to get it? Nope. She backs away. Lamp. No $1 million Dream Coil, guys. No $1 million Dream Coil. That'll be it. So Sven, how big are you? Is what she said. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Man, that escalated quickly. Sven is not too terribly like overpowered yet. I'm expecting to see him get. Of course, he's getting his BKB. I'm expecting to see him go for a crit next, just because he can. Maybe even go for a Basher. Basher would be nice. I don't think he has to go for an A-Blade, but an A-Blade would be fantastic for him to have, just to basically make sure you can keep his damage up. Speaking of keeping damage up, we got Puck actually being able to. I didn't realize she can do that. Looks like she won't be able to blink here. Yes, she can. She can blink over the side. And she drops ulti as well. Just forces these guys to stand still. And they obey. They'll be fine. Meanwhile, Jaranja pops herself a main style. Continues farming Ancients. And she has her main style finished up, of course. Is she going for Scotty? I hope it's not Scotty. I hope it's a BKP. Because Jaranja needs more HP. Mama needs some HP. Okay. That Papa? I don't know if Artis is a lady or a guy. But all is said and done though. Death Prophet on the side of HR is actually grossly farmed. Not necessarily like super uber grossly farmed, like she doesn't have a Heart of Tarrasque yet, and sadly no Bloodstone, but she's grossly farmed relative to what we see in the game. Lycan is of course right behind her. The fact that Lycan's actually keeping up with Death Prophet is actually a testament to how well Lycan's doing. He's only died 2 times this whole entire game. Death Prophet only has died 6 times. Theoretically speaking, Death Prophet should be a little bit more valuable than the Lycan because she can actually kill a lot more people kill a lot more people without having a ton of vision them down. Lycan, of course, he's able to keep up with these guys because he hasn't died too much. So I guess in retrospect, LC are playing a relatively cautious game because I do know that they have a late game advantage with the Sven. They also have a late game advantage with the Puck still being there. Probably Lycan. I mean, Lycan has a late game carry. if you can just lock him down and just give it how many times. Oh, speaking of which, oh, beautiful slot coming from Spirit Dread. We're going to be the one to sacrifice her life. Looks like Jakiro going to try to keep her alive. Looks like, nope, not going to be able to keep her alive fast enough. But the negative aura is down on these guys. Just keep that in mind. Meanwhile, speaking of things that we need to keep in mind, we got Prophet going to be going down. Death Prophet, nice little tornado, doing more damage around the corner. And now Death Prophet going to be losing life. Avante going to be dying. Actually, the Witch Doctor also coming through, bouncing on top of everything. Lycan taking so much damage, and like, these guys are scattering like ballers. Death Prophet still alive somehow. Tornado, nope, she actually goes down. Tornado in 15 seconds. She couldn't tornado then. What's cool on tornado stick? 23 seconds? Okay. She survived for a lot longer than she should have. And at the end of the day, LC, they do lose their Nature's Prophet, but they do claim Adventure Spirit and the Death Prophet. And also Death Prophet ultis on cooldown. So overall victory for LC. They're claiming ground slowly, little by little. They also have the Aegis still available on Lycan, which I think has probably another 4 minutes on it by now. We got Necro Book coming up on Nature's Prophet, so he's going to be able to help with the push aspect of the game. We also got Lycan. He has to be fully finished up. He's need to have the courier bring it out to him. You know, Ogre Magic getting pinged on. Oh, he's working on Ags. Okay, I think I just pointed out he's working on Ags. And Puck Dagon level 2. So her burst damage is actually enough to make sure that Drow Ranger feels very afraid. Speaking of which, Drow Ranger working for a straight up butterfly. So screw playing passive Dota? Question mark. She's giving everybody a whole entire 75 damage, so that's actually really good. But Artie's gonna be going down though. Sadly, she does die. And no more ore for you. Meanwhile, we're down bottom, down near the tower. We got the nice little force that comes up with Jakiro. Jakiro gonna be going down here in 3 seconds. Ghost Up is available, so don't forget that. It looks like he actually gonna be getting hit with the chainstones. Nice swat coming from Dread. Beautiful sounds coming from Puck, and no ulti available for her right now. Actually, the ulti is available. There you go. She finally does drop it. Catches to Jakiro. Jakiro Ice Path comes through. BKB getting pop. Spin. Geometry side dropped on the ground. Witch Doctor dropping the ulti, doing so much damage right now. Spin taking so much damage. Sadly, he walks away from it. And now, goddamn, he's gonna be forced to channel his ulti right there. And these guys don't want to walk into that, but look at the damage they're taking right now. Witch Doctor does eventually get the kill on top of Lycan, but Lycan should be coming up here in a few seconds. Nope. Okay, that's the second death. Never mind. Nature's Prophet going to be going down too. Nope, able to survive just in time, or able to get out just in time. And that was another team fight. That was, I mean, the swing happens, guys. It's called Swing Dota. Geometry side lost by Jakiro. Geometry side picked back up by Jakiro. He bought back into the fight. That Witch Doctor ulti basically saved that whole entire game because these guys couldn't push in. Like, they wanted to keep pushing the tower, LC did, but if they walked back to the tower, they were going to take damage, and the bounces would actually hit everybody. And that Ags though. Goddamn, just showing you guys how to do it. Mid tower getting pushed. Death Prophet available with the ulti. I think it'll save it for tier 3. That might be a good fight for them, but still, Death Prophet doesn't have herself apart. Like, if she at least gets a Reaver, I think she'll be fine. I just don't know what she'll replace with it. It's like she's gonna go ahead and just continue pushing, and Death Prophet's gonna come around the backside, just get all the ghosts to go through. And here comes the Force Fortified. TPs are coming through. Ogre Magic come around the corner. Puck ulti's gonna be up here by the time she gets here. Lycan gonna be popping the ulti too. They're gonna go for the chase. They want to go for the kill on top of somebody. Prophet showing around the corner. Dread is the first one to get stunned up, and they're gonna go ahead and back away. Tornado comes on top of Prophet. Prophet taking quite a bit of damage. Actually, he does go down. Yes, he does die. Meanwhile, around the corner, Witch Doctor does die too. His ulti was up, but sadly he had no mana for it. We got Death Prophet. Gonna go and let our ally die. Dread, oh my gosh, will Dread survive? No, the Hatred denied. Looks like Dread does go down at the end of the day, and that Puck gets a Dagon on top of Vince Spirit to steal the kill. Death Prophet ulti's down. She can actually TP out here if she needs to, if she will. And Puck not gonna be able to get the vision in time. You know, Jakiro doing a nice little Delta split, or I guess it's like the extension of Delta split. It's like Alpha split. Solo split by himself. Goes all the way to the top just to go for the juke, and he can TP out here in a few seconds. Blink Dagger's up on Jakiro too. So yeah, items are coming up pretty nicely. Both sides are progressing really well. The goal graph is showing it's in favor of LC for the moment. Don't forget that there have been a few thrown fights on the side of HR. There have been a few thrown fights on LC. And technically speaking, LC are really only up by Roshan kills. Like, they've claimed every single Rosh that we've seen so far. This should be the 3rd Rosh coming up here once he does respawn. So that's 2k gold in their favor. Effectively 2 extra k gold that they got bonus. So HR had basically, like I said, reduced or minimize the losses. Not necessarily like flat out just won this part or won that part, but they're minimizing losses. That's what they're doing. That's their goal right now. Speaking of goals right now, we got Death Prophet taking quite a bit of damage. Her goal is actually stay alive, but she actually does die at the end of the day. Buyback is available for her. She needs to get it, but it looks like her ulti's going to be cooldown for 39 seconds, so why buyback? I mean, she can't do anything, just stay in there and throw a Cryptic Soul into silence. Looks like the defense will be coming through. Looks like the ult is available. He needs to be the primary target because he's got the stun, of course. Lycan going to be dropping the ulti. No bash available. BKB as well. Oh, beautiful, beautiful tornado coming up from Takiro. BKB does come in just in time though. Looks like Witch going to go in channel. He's going to be the tower here in the middle, doing quite a bit of damage. Profit going to be about to be going down. Actually, he does survive. Witch is still alive too. Death does buy back into the fight. They're going to go for it. Looks like this kill will be happening on top of Spin. Spin not going to be able to get the kill on top of Dread. Death was forced to buy back. It looks like her ult is going to be up here in a few seconds. She's going to be able to get the kill on top of his Organizer. Yes. Finished able to get the last hit. And now we got Lycan in full run right now. Shakira gonna go ahead and pop himself a ghost up just because Tornado Stick comes through. He steals the boundary room, and here comes the Ice Path. Ice Path does catch Profit. Gonna TP into the roast pit, and Lycan not gonna do it. He's gonna try to deny himself the roast. Beautiful body blocks coming from Dorek. Looks like Lycan, no roast for you, bro. And now we got Nature's Prophet. Gonna be going down. Death Prophet might kill Nature's Prophet. Yeah, Death Prophet kills Nature's Prophet. These prophets, guys, freaking the protocol god's son. This is crap. Anyway, why is moving so slow? That? Oh, right, dual breath. I forgot dual breath slows you too. It's like a 40% slow. It's actually really good. And I heard a Shiva's Guard. Death Prophet gonna come towards the tower. Buyback forced out from Nature's Prophet. There's a buyback available on Puck and Lycan as well. And they're both gonna be forced to buyback. Lycan ulti's available too. He looks like he might need to pop it just to help him get this kill. Looks like he's gonna come around the side. Nice tornado on top of Prophet. Death Prophet, or Nature's Prophet. Death Prophet gonna do some damage. Death Prophet kills Nature's Prophet. The Prophet kills the Prophet. That's all you guys need to know. It looks like this game is basically gonna be going down to a simple fact of, yeah, Death Prophet's just helping him wreck the towers. Speaking of wrecking towers though, we got Lycan getting tornadoed up. Ice Path comes up to Shakiro. BKB getting popped immediately. Hard to Harass fully finished up by Death Prophet. So she officially has a crap ton of HP. Meanwhile, Jarranger does go down. Witch Doctor, where the heck are you at, bro? That's the biggest question I need to ask myself. And it looks like he's gonna be the one dying. Death Prophet running as fast as crap. Moving at 522, pretty much 522. Nice Ice Path from Shakiro. Actually catches everybody. Tornado on top of Spin, so no more stuns for you. Looks like Puck gonna be able to continue to chase. Her ulti is not available. Looks like they're gonna go for it. Fonte just moves so freaking fast right now. Just swiftly moving as the Wolves Resurrect. Resurrect? Resurrect? That's right. Anyway, Puck gonna continue the pursuit though. Looks like Puck gonna give up. Tornado Stick was available on her, but I don't think she foresaw herself actually getting it. Oh, by the way, Death Prophet picks up a Haitian, so what are you gonna do, Ogre Magi? What are you gonna do, bro? The blinks are coming through. These guys really want to go for the push. Death Prophet ulti's down. This is a good time to push. That means they won't be pushing to anything too terribly scary. And also, considering the fact that Jarranger, Witch Doctor, and Avenged Spirit are dead as well, they might delay their buybacks, but it looks like they might be forced to buy right there. Avenged Spirit at least Witch Doctor. His ulti's up right now. They really need his ulti. Death Prophet just trying to do what she can to just defend. Tornado gets tornadoed up, and she has her ulti available too. Nope, 48 seconds. So we got Lycan actually taking quite a bit of damage. BKB forced out, and now with the fights happening, whoever that was, Witch Doctor going to be immediately going down. Did he buy back for that? I think Witch Doctor bought back for that, so he does go down. Sadly, Witch Doctor was kind of hoping that they would focus the towers more, so he can, or focus the Raktas more, so he can actually get a kill. Speaking of getting killed, we got Nature's Prophet going to be going down once again. It's like his third death in the past 2 minutes. So he's going to be going down. Meanwhile, Gorek pops up the Ghost 7 just because Ice Path blindly around the corner. Gorek not going to be able to find anything. Speaking of finding things, Roshan going to be up here in like, what is that, 90 seconds or so? And Death Prophet going to continue to push. Who needs a Bloodstone where you're just such a baller? Speaking of being such a baller, tornadoes on top of everybody. You get a tornado, you get a tornado, everybody gets a tornado. Nice silence from Jarranger. Actually catches Puck, and Puck does go down. Doing true sight, help these guys kill the wolves too. Blinks into the roast pit. They're gonna check it, see nothing. Maybe get a free TP scroll. Why not? Yeah, free TP scroll. Dread takes it, and he takes bait. Hashtag baited. But middle Raxes are gone right now, so that means LC really need to play those middle Raxes. Like, they have what they need to break bases. They just need Spin to actually be manly and actually get the kills. Sadly, Spin is actually getting kited quite a bit. Death Prophet, yeah, she does have a BKB, but she's moving super fast, and Spin really wants to focus her because she is a lion's share of the damage coming out from HR. But with all that said and done, Witch Doctor, he's the same concept. He's a lion's share of the damage coming out from HR as well. So basically, if you can focus those two targets, you can get the kill. But if you're focusing those two targets, then Jakiro still has Ice Pass and get liquefiers and all this stuff. Jarranger is getting some right clicks before she actually dies. You also have the simple fact that Vengeful Spirits are able to get her magic missiles and swaps off in really good positions. So we got the Radiant Courier over here with an AC. I don't know whose AC that is, but somebody needs to go claim that thing. Looks like they're pinging it. Oh my gosh, they're pinging it. They want to go for a kill on top of the courier. Oh, okay, Jakiro's AC. So Jakiro gets his AC, they're gonna go up top to break the base, and they should be able to. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet doing some things down bottom, gonna go ahead and push the bottom lane and have a fun time doing it. It's only Necro level 1 though, so it's not gonna be helping out 2 turn 1. Speaking of helping out 2 turn 1s, we got Teamfight might be getting 1 here very soon. Like and pop his ulti, gonna stand still for a few seconds. Puck ult comes through, Artis might be in a little bit of trouble. Puck ulti does come through, but sadly she misses the Drowner somehow. We're talking to ulti, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? We didn't look at it go just yet, but we're about to see it go. And there it is, guys, the damage is coming through. Lycan taking so much damage from We're talking to ulti, and ulti does finally get cancelled out because of the stun. And beautiful revenge for this swap. Dread gonna go right into the middle of it. Gonna be able to give himself a kill on top of Lycan by looks of it. Nope, looks like it did go to Drowner, and the fight does officially go the way of HR, and they are able to claim the racks as well. Double kill. It says triple, but he said triple, but he threw double. We got triple here going for Challenger. It was a double triple, or triple double. Looks like Spin gonna be dying as well. He does buy back for that. And Prophet gonna continue to push down bottom, but it doesn't really matter. This is gonna be it for the game, guys. They're gonna be able to break the Raxes. The damage was there. HR gonna be able to win. Good game indeed. And so ends all the hellish backlash of fire, death, and blood and stuff. And plus, don't forget the plus. No, there's no necropus. It was just like death and prophets. 2 prophets. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this game, guys. My name is CulBlu. I suppose you guys this game in the Gigabyte Challenge number 11. This has been HellRaisers versus London Conspiracy. And if you guys want to check out more of my stuff, you can check me out on Twitch, which is where I live stream. That's twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. You can also check me out on YouTube, which is where I post my VODs, and I'm actually starting to get a little bit better with that. That's youtube.com/CulBlu Dota. That's CulBlu Dota. Go check it out. Have fun, live, love, live, and cop it up. And I'll see you guys whenever.